A lot of people ask me, like, how can I tell the difference if there is like a false hunger or craving versus my intuition? It's like, you know, they're 2 weeks into the cleanse and they're like, I'm craving pizza, you know? Is that their intuition telling them they need pizza, or is that just like an addictive behavior? And how to distinguish between those two? And what I say is that especially give yourself 21 days of just eating really clean. When you eat really clean for 21 days, not only does your mind get to create a new habit over the course of 21 days, but your taste buds are growing out of your tongue and they're refreshing, renewing every day. So your taste buds change, the way you experience food changes. And usually whenever we're craving something, it's because that toxin has been released from our organ, our fat cells, into our bloodstream, and we're sensing that, something that we've stored in the past, and that's what is making us crave it. It could also be a family situation, a social situation. We're walking by a restaurant and the smell comes out. Any of those, many things can trigger cravings. But what I encourage people to do is to allow themselves 21 days to fully cleanse, eat 100% raw diet, and mental, get the mind in line with that as well. And at the end of 21 days, if they allow themselves to have something that they think they're having a craving for, the experience that they have when they eat it will be entirely different. Or if it's like 2 or 3 days into a cleanse and they eat some pizza, it might taste really warm and comfortable and their energy might go down, but it might be comforting. At the end of the cleanse, the contrast is much greater because your physical is up here. When you eat something really dense and overly processed, your energy will go down so low that you'll recognize that that craving was not good for you. And so that's how you tell the difference on intuitive eating, for me, at the beginning.
I think it's a good time to like raise awareness and ask yourself, like, why are you eating? And simply look at your meal and or even looking at your pizza and simply be honest with yourself and like, I'm eating this for comfort and not to give my body energy or because my body needs it. And then you, just by being honest with yourself on that question, you could raise your level of awareness, and then simply your body's going to be more clear, and you could close your eyes and have a craving and be, what do I really crave right now? Oh, is it arugula with a tahini and lemon vinaigrette? And you could be surprised that that's what your body's going to ask. And I believe also that it's alright to go for it and to not be too rigid with yourself. And then, like I often say in my classes, like, okay, if I tell you to not think about a pink elephant, what are you going to think right now? Of course you're thinking about the pink elephant. So if you're telling yourself, I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't have this. And if instead of thinking this way, you're letting yourself have it, but being fully aware of like, okay, I'm gonna have it, and it's only to satisfy my craving. And then you will be aware of this meal throughout this way in your body. So you might feel the digestion different, you might feel like super tired after, and then you will be, okay, this is not really what my body needs, and your awareness level will open, and then will tell you like, all right, go eat arugula.
Yeah, exactly. And what I tell people is, if they are, like, if you are eating really clean and you have a craving and you decide to go for it, instead of feeling guilty, just enjoy every bite of it, because that guilt it compounds the process, because our thoughts really affect our being. It affects our pH in our body. So having a negative thought creates neuropeptides that depress the immune system. Having a positive thought creates neuropeptides that support the immune system. So if you're eating bad food on top of negative thoughts, that acidic pH in your body is going way down, and that's what we're not going for. So like she's saying, just have the experience, but be really honest with yourself after the experience. Say, why did I eat that food? What am I getting from it? How do I feel now? Do I feel better from it now? Am I using it to cover up an emotion? Why am I doing this? And so, yeah, that's what I encourage, is to have that honest relationship with yourself. And don't strive for perfection, just strive for the best that you can do every day in every single situation. Sometimes you'll find yourself, you know, at a social situation, you haven't eaten for 5 hours, there's nothing healthy. Or you go to someone's house and they make a meal for you, and they've made it with love, but it's not something that's a normal part of your diet. And what I tell people to do is just taste enough to taste the experience or taste the love that's present. You don't have to eat the whole meal, but just taste enough to taste what they gave to the meal and to be a part of the situation. And then next day go have a green juice, you know, and clean your body out. That's the beauty of life, is that we have that ability.